Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've been well since we last chatted. This episode of Kitchen Nightmares is kind of ridiculous. There's the usual below average food and the owner who believes that they are the greatest thing walking on this planet, even though their business is currently crumbling. But what makes this episode unique is the beef between the entire city of Baltimore and the owner of Cafe Hon, Denise.
I've taken everything I have and put it in here. I mean, I completely evaporated my small IRA that I had. I sold a house. Everything's gone into here. My last $10,000 went in 2 weeks ago.
Oh my God.
I just didn't know what to do anymore. They belittled, demeaned. I have people scream at me from across the street, just horrible things.
It's got that bad?
Oh yeah. I mean, I was afraid for my life.
You felt that threatened?
Yeah.
For your life?
Yeah.
What, death threats?
Well, people wishing me dead.
Now you watch that clip and you think to yourself, whoa, no one should be getting the right end and she shouldn't be fearing for her life. That is crazy. But then you also could be thinking this.
Man, what did he do to make them that mad?
Because animosity like that doesn't pop out of nowhere. There must be history behind all of this. So let's back up a bit here. Denise Whiting opened Cafe Hon in 1992 and the restaurant had been embraced by the community from the beginning. The reason for the embrace could be that the city has strong ties to the word Hun, which is used as a term of endearment. So it didn't exactly go over well when Denise thought it was a good idea to trademark the word.
With her business doing well, Denise decided to capitalize on Baltimore's love affair with the word Hun. She not only trademarked Cafe Hon, but the word Hun as well.
Denise wanted to make money. She wanted to sell her mugs, her t-shirts, her little knick-knack things. And it backfired.
Denise Whiting, the owner of Cafe Hon, and she said she would go after anyone that uses the word Hun. Denise had Baltimore behind her, and then she announced that she trademarked Hun, and that ticked off a big portion of Baltimore.
It would have been one thing if she just trademarked the word Cafe Hon because that is a name that she came up for her business. But for you to trademark a word that you know that people commonly use in the community isn't right at all. Like anytime someone uses a word, she's going to be holding her hand out expecting a payout. This situation kind of reminds me of the time when Kylie Jenner tried to trademark the term rise and grind, or that time when the Fine brothers tried to trademark the word react and that didn't exactly go over well for them. You can't try to own something that is commonly said. And the difference between those situations is Denise was actually granted permission to have the trademark for the word Hun, and she would go after anyone who dared to use it.
She had trademarked the term Hun, which is a cultural icon in Baltimore. I mean, it's a term of endearment.
Locally.
Locally. It's huge in this community. I mean, it represents friendliness, this welcoming.
Hun is a word that was in our vocabulary in Baltimore long before it was part of a restaurant name. She went to a newspaper and said, I own it. I own the word.
Locally, everyone's happy with the name of the restaurant, but they just weren't happy with her trying to own something that belonged to the town as opposed to her, right?
Sure. She was threatening businesses with lawsuits.
The lawsuits, I mean, it went that far.
She had apparently, thrown out some cease and desist letters to people who were using it.
She demanded legal fees from somebody that was making tourist stuff with just the word Hun on it that didn't say Cafe Hon.
Oh dear. What's the feeling now? Has the business suffered on the back of that?
The people who were most offended were the people in that immediate neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, she's almost become the anti-Hun.
Yes.
And it might seem horrible for me to say this, but when we got to the part where you see her talking to Gordon about how business has fallen by 50% and she's crying about what has happened, I didn't really feel anything because this is a problem of her own making. And for me, what really made matters worse and which really made me not feel anything was the fact that she lied about the legal action she took against people when Gordon brought it up to her. When Gordon let her know that he had done his homework and knows that she had previously sent out cease and desist letters to other people, it then turned to her going, see, what had happened was, try to sob story somewhere else, Hun.
Boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I will say, it's very crazy to have a whole city against you, but I don't think she was expecting them to stand on business about something that clearly matters a lot to them. But that is what happens when you treat the community you serve with disrespect. They matched it and showed you that they weren't messing around. She made a lot of people her enemies, which also included her staff because they said that they really don't like her that much. They said that she is demanding, egotistical, and rude when it's not warranted. What is the point of pissing off your employees? I have no idea, but maybe she should stop making enemies as we see it has clearly affected the business.
Bills has been affected, young man.
If she really does feel bad about how she messed up things, hopefully she's willing to change, but it doesn't seem like she's one of those people who makes it easy to do so. We got to lunch, and Gordon was taken aback by Denise's photo being posted up in the menu, which is strange, but she kind of ate that. And since we're on the topic of things being strange, this is my second time watching this episode, and I'm still very confused about the 30-foot tall flamingo on the outside of the building. It's not horrible looking, but I was kind of expecting an explanation that never came. Maybe its purpose is just to be something that stands out and gets people attention and is not supposed to have its existence be questioned. If that is the case, my bad for asking, but I feel like there needs to be something behind having it there. People from Maryland, more specifically Baltimore, let me know if flamingos is something important in that state. I have no idea. Anyway, it's time to try the food, and we were kind of off to a good start with the Big Bay club sandwich that they have because Gordon said he enjoyed the crab cake that's in the sandwich, but then said that he did not like the shrimp because it was stone cold and had a weird aftertaste. Also, this thing is just way too big to chomp down on. No one is trying to unhinge their jaws just to enjoy lunch. Next up was their Balmer fish and chips, which was just way too greasy for comfort.
Horrible. Fries are not even crispy, they're just full of fat. All the batter's soggy. Doesn't even stick to the fish. It's dreadful. What a shame. Amanda? It's dry.
Fish is dry?
Well, the whole batter just sort of, it's almost like peels away from it. Those fries, what a shame.
You don't like the fries?
Well, it's just all soggy. Look at my fingers.
Yeah.
When you have fish and chips, and the tastiest thing on the plate is the tartar sauce, it's a big disappointment. I love fish and chips. What a shame.
I swear they could have just given him a cup of grease to drink because it seems like that's all he was going to taste in that dish anyway. And you know the crazy part about Gordon receiving a dish like that is how the head chef Greg tried to get Denise to do quality control, but to her, nothing was wrong with it, everything was perfect, and that's why he received it like that. And we'll see that it continues to be a main theme in this episode when Denise believes that she's right and everyone and everything else must be the issue, so she blocks out any input that could actually help her. It's a big reason why the food is the way that it is because, as said by the server, Amanda, the cooks are doing the best that they can with how they've been told to cook the food by Denise. For example, when she was told about the soggy fries, she started talking about how the potatoes are the issue because some potatoes are one way and some potatoes are the other way, so you got a problem with consistency. Please stop.
You just made that up?
I mean, sure, maybe, but it just seems like the real problem here was that you didn't want to listen to what your head chef was trying to tell you, and you didn't let those potatoes drain and dry properly. Also, this is said later on, but she said that she does not add any kind of like salt to the fries. Don't serve me nothing. Do not serve me some unseasoned fries. That's something I do not like. The last dish was much better than Mom's meatloaf, which probably isn't even that much better than a school cafeteria's meatloaf. No shade to the cooks, by the way. Gordon described it as disappointing and dreadful as the broccoli was raw, the gravy was too thick, the mashed potatoes were cold, and it was a lack of seasoning. I know why some restaurants hold back on seasoning things too much, but again, is it too much to ask just for a little bit of salt and pepper on things? Honestly, Gordon has been giving some tame feedback, but of course Denise does not like any of it.
Just marred everything like a big thick varnish that just tastes of nothing. Whose recipe is this?
I believe it's Denise's.
Denise's, yeah. Better than Mum's meatloaf. Thank God my Mum's not joining for lunch today.
Okay, he wants you to try the broccoli. So the broccoli is almost raw. The mash is cold and the demi-glaze is too thick. And the meatloaf is bland.
Okay.
Every time he had a comment or a criticism, it's pretty ridiculous. I've been here for 20 years. I had to have done something right. Maybe he's not the answer.
This happens almost every episode, and I just find it hilarious that these people will submit an application, go through the entire process just for Gordon to get there, and then they get mad at him when he doesn't like their food, and they treat him as if he doesn't know shit. If you think he does not know anything about food, then why did you seek out his help? To my knowledge, the only person's food that he liked without any complaints was Mama Cherry's, and I don't think anybody has been able to live up to that level. Unless your food is as good as hers, prepare to have your feelings hurt, hun.
Do you think she's gonna listen to anything he says?
I hope so. I don't think she will.
She might snap, freak out like the Wicked Witch.
This is a comfort food restaurant, right? Yes. And when I think of comfort food, I think of meatloaf and excitement. That's bland. Does no one care?
I mean, there's not much to say, you know. It's what we have. It's the menu that we have laid out, and it's the recipes.
Do better.
We can.
Do you enjoy cooking that?
I don't enjoy cooking our menu food, truthfully. It's dull. I mean, when we do try to change things, you know, it's always, oh, I don't like it like this, you know,
Who doesn't like it?
Denise.
So you're telling me you can do better than what's on the menu?
Yeah.
I thought the problems were on the outside. You've got them on the inside and the outside. Combine both, and I'm amazed you're still open.
I know that we have a good product, and I'm not going to let anybody get in my way, including Chef Ramsay.
That's a lot of ego for someone whose business is currently going down the drain. But sure, you don't have to listen to his or anyone's valid criticism. If you like how things are, who are they not to love it? Dinner service comes around and is more packed than usual because people heard about Gordon's visit. It's time to show that they can still operate well, but the main person getting in Denise's way is Denise. For example, she thought it was a good use of time to stop the entire flow of the kitchen because she was upset about some damn asparagus.
Mac and cheese.
All right, can you fix that asparagus so it's all nice and neat?
You know, I got 3 steaks sitting here.
I really don't care, Greg.
When Denise comes in her chef clothes, it's like having a hurricane in there. She just goes hectic and, you know, oh, I want this done now, I want it done this way.
All right, I want everybody's attention. Can I have everybody's attention? Debbie, I need your attention. Hello?
Yes.
This is asparagus, all right? I'm tired of seeing the asparagus dumped in a bin all different kinds of ways. You know, you start with the small things.
We always get little lessons from Denise, and it's frustrating because you just can't stop. Then everything backs up, and it just causes a lot of problems.
You cut off the ends, and you blanch them.
Girl, no one cares about some ass asparagus.
Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
I promise you, it's not that serious, and you're wasting everyone's time, especially the customers. I would have told her you get your ass on the line and be the asparagus connoisseur since it's such a sore spot for you. Her little lesson about how to place asparagus on a plate was causing a longer wait time for the customers to get their food, but I guess it didn't matter because either way, they were going to be disappointed with what they received. They had complaints about too much grease, the food being dry, and a very visible long strand of hair being in the food. I would have shut it all down at that point because what are we doing here? I feel so bad for the staff because I know they're just doing their best, but this is sad. And things could be going better if they had someone guiding them in the right direction, but it doesn't seem like Denise isn't interested in that at all. Honestly, at this point, I have no idea what is the deal with Denise because she started going on an 86 spree and it just didn't make any sense.
5 wooden medium, this as well.
Yeah, medium, Mitch.
Give me those steaks. I don't want to use those steaks. Give me
table 52.
give me all those steaks. Put them in there.
Please alert all servers that we have no steaks. None of the orders I have no steaks for.
Are you serious?
Yes, took the ones we had, threw them out.
Throw them out. All this? He threw them all out.
This is something that Denise normally does, 86ing things.
86 biscuits, you guys.
They don't like it.
86 the pot pie. 86 the catfish.
Instead of fixing an entree, in the moment, she pulls the entire food item from service.
You guys, 86 the french fries.
Oh my God.
Wow, fish and chips without the chips.
We need to find out about all the tables that have french fries on their tickets that are not getting french fries.
We are out of fries for the fish and chips. What would you like?
Sweet potato.
86 the sweet fries.
86 sweet fries. We have nothing to serve after 86 every menu item.
Die.
Why are we 86 in the sweet fries?
86 sweet potato fries, we got the cooking.
This part just really confused me because I didn't understand the goal to any of that. To me, it seems like she's punishing the other guests for the few that had complaints. Like she's saying, since some of you complain, none of you can have anything at all. And then on top of that, she's confusing and stressing out her staff. And honestly, all that food she was wasting just made my head hurt, because why are you doing that? If I were there, I don't know if I could actually withstand all of this. That's just too much chaos for me, and I would have had to go.
You can't do it. I can't. You are stressing me to hell. I can't. I'm done.
But remember, the person getting in Denise's way is Denise. And the more I think about it, I think that was a deliberate self-sabotage. She had the opportunity to show that she could be an effective leader, but she let everything go downhill without any attempt to try to turn things around. Like, instead of fixing any of the problems, she just decided, I'm gonna throw away the food so we won't have to deal with it at all. And I'm like, that doesn't help what's going on here. Because of her, they ended up comping $800 worth of food after giving discounts and free food to their unhappy customers. It's just so weird to watch, because earlier you see her crying about how things have been difficult for the restaurant, but then you see her doing things that's actively working against anything getting better around here. After witnessing that sad dinner service, Gordon held a staff meeting the next day because he wanted to hear what the staff had to say about Denise's leadership. And let me tell you, they had a lot of tea to spill, hun.
Basically, when she's not here, it runs quite smooth. But when she comes in,
The whole morale of the restaurant just drops.
She doesn't even have to say anything, but we know something's gonna happen. We're afraid of what she's gonna do.
it's awful how she talks to the people. She goes up to the girls and tells them they're stupid, or she gets up to my face, tell her to fix her hair.
Put a flower in your hair. That's why the customers aren't coming in, because you haven't got a flower in your hair.
She's getting too carried away.
She focuses on a lot of the superficial things. She micromanages.
It's insane. I mean, really insane. Last night, she went 86 crazy, right? Yeah. Nearly a dozen items. 86 the fish and chips, 86 the beef. Is this normal?
Yes. She doesn't take responsibility for anything.
So clearly, the staff is fed up with her BS because she behaves like she has an inflated ego. When I see these owners and bosses who act like this, I'm just so glad I've never had to deal with anybody like that before. But when Gordon questioned him why no one has stood up to her and let her know what they thought about her behavior and how she's been running the restaurant, they said that they are afraid to do so because Denise will probably fire them. They said that they've heard Denise say to other people, "You don't need to be with me if you have negative things to say." And I just really hate when these people put their staff in a position like that, because they should not be afraid to speak up about things going on and to basically have it held over their head that if you say anything, I'm going to fire you. It will make them scared because this might be the only job they can find, and who knows how difficult it might be to find another one so quickly. And I do get it. She's the boss, so she can do what she pleases. But to create an environment where people can't even raise questions about what's going on is just so incredibly up. Getting feedback, whether it's positive or negative, is such an important part of growth because it lets you know what's working or what needs to be improved upon. Unless the negative feedback is mean-spirited for the sake of being mean-spirited, you should probably listen to what they're telling you because it's going to help you refine and fix things around there. Because the staff already knows how Denise reacts to things, they were very nervous to let her know to her face what they thought when Gordon said he wanted them to do that. But once it got going, they weren't afraid to show how they really felt.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore. You're just too mean with the employees. You're talking to them like...
Denise, you're the negative in the restaurant. You make me feel like I'm not good enough.
Denise, I feel very unappreciated. I do anything you ask me, and you come in and scream at me. What is going on? Do you not trust me?
Oh, Janet, I trust you.
How do I know this?
You're coming in, you're screaming, you're a hindrance on the lawn, you're a hindrance, in the prep.
You're controlling everything, and yet you've got a brigade, front and back of house, that are loyal and hardworking and can get the job done.
Denise, your ego is huge, and you think because you're Denise Whiting, you can do anything. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself, that nobody likes you. We've already established that. People don't like you.
Okay, That last comment made my mouth drop a little bit because I wasn't expecting it, but she didn't lie. Even though those were some hard truths to hear, it's coming from people who have known her for years and want to see her get better in her attitude and the way that she's running the restaurant. Denise recognized how lucky she is to have these people be by her side, especially after starting beef with the entire city, but she did apologize for her behavior and said that she's willing to change, but as always, time will have to tell if that will happen. This isn't the only time that Denise would hear about the behavior she's been having, because Gordon also gathered locals to talk about the animosity they have with her after what she did. Honestly, this part of the episode felt like whack Denise time, but it was much needed criticism that she has been ignoring.
Who would like to go first?
What she really tried to do was appropriate an identity. It's like going to Australia and trademarking mate or y'all in the South.
She's acting like a bully.
Why is she a bully?
Anybody who would like to use the word is at risk of receiving a cease and desist order from her lawyers that says change your name or else. And I have a website called Welcome to Baltimore Hun. A cease and desist letter that she sent.
Wow, I mean, that's pretty severe.
It transcends the restaurant industry. She had gone to the Maryland Transit Administration for their Hun ad campaign and forced them to give her creative control. Basically, the Maryland state government has to go to Denise Whiting for her approval.
Do you remember what that...
Legally, she has the standing, but she's not in the right.
No.
And that's what people recognize.
Yeah.
It's just about money for her. It's not about Hampden. It's not about anything. It's just money.
She pushes everyone around. She's focused on Denise Whiting, and if you don't like it, you're gonna be sorry.
I love that one guy that came with receipts. We already know that Denise isn't above lying, so you gotta come with some proof or she'll deny it.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, everything.
When Gordon asked his group what could Denise do to remedy the damage that has been done, it is the obvious answer that probably all of us have been screaming since the beginning of this episode. She had to drop that trademark and apologize for what she did. Now, Denise said that she realizes why everyone has been so angry with her and the mistake she made with the trademark, and she gets it now, which is a great thing. But I'm not buying it. It did not, and it should not have taken her an entire year to recognize why people were upset with her. People in the city let her know from the jump what was wrong with what she did, and to me, it just seems like she simply ignored it all. I've been really annoyed with her since the beginning because she had been feigning ignorance about the entire situation when it was pretty obvious what the issue was. Also, I just really dislike that she kept always trying to position herself as a victim and just trying to skirt any kind of accountability. You know what was the problem. You just didn't want to give it up because you wanted to make money. It wasn't even the fact that she trademarked the word. It's the fact that she actively went after people using the word and was suing them for money. If she thought that she wouldn't make some enemies after doing some greedy shit like that, I don't know what to tell her. As I said earlier, if someone had been using a restaurant's name and trying to make money off of that, I could understand her using the legal means to go after those people because that's something that she created. But let's stop acting like you didn't know. You didn't care until it really started affecting you. Let's be real here. As I said earlier, she was not expecting them to stand on business and stick to their protest. And that's when she actually started getting worried because she was like, oh shit, I actually did something wrong. But like I said, she kept positioning herself as a victim. So she knew what was going on. She just didn't want to state the obvious because she didn't believe that she could be the problem here. She did do a mini apology tour to get back in the good graces of the community by going on the news and radio to talk about what she did.
I just want to say, trademarking the word has not only almost killed me, but has just about killed the business. I didn't understand the whole culture and how passionate everybody was about, Hun is in our hearts, and now I get it. I was just doing what business people do, and it was a misstep. I am so sorry for the animosity and the hatred.
You never said you were going to give the trademark back.
Is that what you're doing?
You mean actually physically handing over the trademark?
Yeah. Will you be handing it back?
Yes.
Wow. This is amazing.
I am taking that piece of paper that says it's registered. I'll get it from my attorney. I'll take it off the register. I can do that.
That's
kind of stunning.
This is for real?
It was never mine to have in the first place. It's just a word.
I'll give her some credit for apologizing, assuming that it was genuine, but I really cannot stand that she's still going with the narrative that she just didn't know anything. There's no way that she was that oblivious, or maybe she is, and if she is, it's kind of scary. Anyway, this episode ends on a positive note for Cafe Hon. The restaurant received a new look with a lot of personality and nods to a tradition held in the neighborhood. There's a festival called Hun Fest where people will dress in leopard print attire, poodle skirts, feather boas, and a beehive hairstyle. It's basically a big community cookout. I found a 2023 article that discussed the festival's origins and what its future looks like. In the article, it did mention Denise as she was one of the coordinators and hosts of Hun Fest, so I imagine seeing that wall art really meant a lot to her. The restaurant also received a new menu that was well received by the guests, and things went surprisingly well for their reopening.
As Cafe Hon became a fun place to work at once again.
Guys, you're doing a great job. You're doing awesome. John, thank you. Dottie, beautiful.
The people of Baltimore returned.
I appreciate you saying thank you, and I really want you to do well.
And the business is clearly headed in a positive direction.
These are fantastic.
A lot better than the old stuff.
The steak is off the chain.
Touchdown.
With all the odds stacked against you, you pulled it off.
I feel amazing. I've been given a gift, a great gift, and an amazing opportunity, and I will be forever grateful.
Thank you. A bloody tough week.
I have my life back. I have my restaurant back. Thank you, Gordon Ramsay. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, see ya.
Thank you, guys. Wow. Good night, Hun.
Cafe Hon is one of the restaurants in the show's history that actually lasted for a pretty good time after its episode aired. This episode aired in 2012, and 10 years later, 30 years later, after Cafe Hon first opened its doors, it closed in 2022. It seems like Denise wanted to start retirement, and that's the reason why she gave the building away. Even though Denise did have beef with the city, people acknowledged that Cafe Hon had its purpose in the community, and they will miss its presence. The restaurant that replaced Cafe Hon is named The Duchess, and it remains open to this day. After reviewing this episode and now after recording it, I'm like, she isn't the worst person on the show, but she had some annoying things about her. I'm pretty sure that overall she is a fairly normal person. It's just she didn't really showcase herself well during this episode, so I just felt like she came across as a little bit manipulative and always positioning herself as a victim. But I'll give some grace and say that she's not like that all the time. I did find her Instagram, and it seems like she is living a pretty normal life. So regardless of the criticisms I did give, which I do stand by, I do still wish her the best. The more I think about it, I'm like, who really thought that a word would cause this much issues for a business? But that's the bet she made, and she had to lie in it. It's a good thing that she was able to fix the problem. And really, the more I think about it, I'm like, how and why did the government allow for her to trademark that word in the first place? I really don't know that much about trademark. I do know that it ties into copyright, and I did have to learn about things with copyright. So I understand, how some of that works, but for it to be a common word, I wouldn't think that they would allow for her to trademark something like that. But the rest is history, so everything's good now. But that's all I have for y'all today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, and if you're able to, make sure to leave a hype on the video, as it helps with the reach of this video to other people. If this is your first time here, or if you've been here before but haven't done so, make sure to hit the subscribe button so that you never miss any uploads from me. Again, thank you so much for spending some time with me. Until next time, make sure to take care of yourselves, do something kind for yourself. Goodbye, Hun.
Thank you, Hon.
Hun.
Hon. 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 Hon.
Hun.
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 Short for honey.
Honey. Lovely. Amazing. Thank you, Hon. Hun. Hun. Hun.